Hey guys, this is Matthew Goldsman from GamersCast, and here's my review of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels for the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console. Now, originally this game was released in Japan back in the mid-1980s. We haven't gotten it, the full, untouched version of it, until now, thanks to the Wii Virtual Console's, new feature of being able to download import games, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Now, why did we never see this version of it, and what was the thing we got? Well, what happened is the folks at Nintendo of America thought American gamers would be turned off and turned away from this game because of its difficulty. They thought it would be so hard that American gamers wouldn't like it, and it pretty much was the exact same, and for being too repetitive, or something like along those lines. And I'm gonna have to say, when I first started playing this game, both of those were they're very good points that they actually made, because yes, it is very repetitive to the first one, and yes, it is very hard. Now, if you want a challenge, and you pretty much whiz the original Super Mario Bros., this one's for you. Now, let's look at the game, let's get away from the history, and let's look at the game itself, just forgetting about everything else about it. It's the exact same thing as the original Super Mario Bros. It picks up where the original left off, with about the same difficulty that the original left off with, and it just gets worse and worse from there. There's about 20 more levels in this one than the original, and worlds are a bit longer as well. Two-player mode was also taken away from the game, and the graphic style is pretty much untouched, except for a few minor details that were changed. And poisonous mushrooms were added into the mix. Aside from that, it's pretty much straightforward 8-bit Super Mario Brothers that we've all come to know and love, with new environments. So, if you're a hardcore Super Mario Brothers fan, this will be something you'll want to pick up, because it'll be a huge challenge and be quite interesting because of how much harder this game actually is. But since it's classic Mario platforming, it feels good, but it isn't really, it hasn't been changed from the original, so we can't give it that high of a score. The only thing that was really added was poisonous mushrooms. Everything else is the exact same. Actually, you could take this as an expansion pack to the originals. It's just levels that are tacked on at the end. That's all it is. Of course, this game was re-released for the SNES in America with better graphics, so if you have that, you might not want to pick this up, unless you just want to go retro and have the 8-bit feel and flavor to it. But aside from that, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, as we call it here now, is a pretty straightforward game, and it's up to you whether you want to pick it up. The price tag of this is 600 Wii Points, as opposed to the original the usual 500 for Virtual Console titles. So it's an extra $1. But if you just love the original Super Mario Bros. And you want to have more added onto it, then it's definitely worth picking up. But aside from that, nothing else was really changed from the original game style. So, all in all, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, as we'll call it, gets a score of an 8.4 out of 10.